Hello, everyone. This is Alex with Gridiron Football, and today I am joined by a head coach and quarterback combination that have led to an immense amount of success here at Acadiana High School and their football program. I'm joined by Coach Matt McCullough and quarterback Caden DiBetta. Of course, the big thing in the news as of this past week is that Caden has broken the career passing record for Acadiana High School football, now at 3,278 total yards passing, with a few games to go, of course. And the other important part of that is the person who he broke the record of, that being the man sitting right next to him right now, Coach Matt McCullough. So I want to start just by talking about, how special that relationship is between the two of you. McCullough, just talk a little bit about the relationship with Caden. You watched him grow for a long time since his freshman season. How has he grown since he's come to the school and become, this quarterback, this kind of super weapon at Acadiana? How is that? What has that been like seeing him grow over the last few years?
Yeah, no, it's been a great thing. He's grown a bunch since his freshman year. He's always been a kid that had worked extremely hard. He does a great job in practice every day and comes out and works as hard as anybody we have out there on everything that we're doing. I thought he played extremely well last year throughout the season. I think he's playing even better this year. He's grown a bunch. He knows our whole offense. He can run. He can throw the football. He's a pleasure to coach. He's one of those guys that comes out and practices the right way every day and does all the little things the right way. So, it's one of those things that has been really good for me coaching him. And of course, we're going to miss him, but I'm glad we got him for the rest of the season.
Right, of course. Yeah, it's going to be, that's more of a question for probably next offseason that either, me or whoever is going to ask, who's going to fill the shoes of the, now career passing yards leader. But, Caden, of course, congratulations for breaking the record. It means a lot. And of course, being coached by the guy who you broke the record of. What is, for you, what's it been like being coached by him every day for these last 4 years? What has that relationship been like from your perspective?
He stays on me every day, make sure I get to school and turn in on my work on time. It's more than just a football thing. He cares about you as a person and what you do in the classroom, because what you do in the classroom correlates to what you do on the field and in life.
Absolutely. No, yeah, that means a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Just from the success you guys have had as a football team as a whole, that sounds like the sort of coach that would be needed to be able to do that. So, absolutely. This is sort of a question for both of you. In because I know the Acadiana is known for running the veer offense, right? And you guys, so it's a fairly low volume passing attack, and it requires a lot out of the quarterback. Both of you have a lot of experience with that. What does it take to be able to run the veer offense as the quarterback? Like, what does it require you to be able to do? What kind of skills do you need to be able to have in order to do that? Both running the ball, the reads, as well as making the correct passes accurately, decision making, all that sort of stuff.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff in the offense, from being able to run the option, being able to read it, being able to throw the football, and we do a lot of play action type of passes. So Caden does a good job with his fakes, and then coming back and being able to throw off of those fakes. We run the veer, but there's a lot of like pro style stuff out of it as far as our play action pass and some of our quick game. But I think it takes a guy that's intelligent, is able to, do a good job of running the football and throwing the football. And Caden has done it as well as anybody that's ever played here.
And Caden, I think Coach did a pretty good job of explaining it, but like, what is it from your perspective about that offense that you have to be able to do?
Being efficient and executing at a high level, meaning, we don't get to throw the ball a lot. So when we do, we really need to complete the pass. So really just being efficient and making smart reads, deciding when to keep it on the option or pitch it. That's really it, just reading it and being efficient.
Absolutely. And, I think one of the things when you're talking about like a low volume passing attack like that, having to be efficient, are you able to expand to those more pro style concepts coming out of the veer, coach? With then if you had Caden, because you have Caden, right? He's able to do all that stuff. It seems like you're asking a lot out of him. Are you able to do that every year depending on the quarterback that you have running the offense?
Kind of depending on the quarterback. Of course, Caden is advanced and he's been our starter for 3 years, so we can pretty much run everything that we've got in our offense. And he's got the ability to make some reads. Sometimes he can go from second to third receiver on some of our routes. Of course, runs the option well, and then knows our entire offense. This is we're running a lot of plays that we do work over the last couple of years, but of course we're executing them a little better. I think the key to offense is always execution anyway, which starts with our quarterback, which starts with the receivers and the running backs, and of course up front. But we're able to do more anytime we've got an experienced quarterback, and of course Caden has a tremendous amount of experience, and he's able to execute the offense well.
Absolutely. Coach, I highly doubt that you would ever be thinking about this throughout the years in terms of like any records or anything like that. But just like in general, at what point in time did you realize when you were coaching Caden, when you were teaching him, that he was going to become this kind of a player, going to become a guy that maybe would etch his name into Acadiana history, or just bring them a lot of success at the quarterback position?
The truth is, when we put him in there as a sophomore, we thought he had that ability, that he was going to have an ability to become what he has become. And he's also going to be a guy that becomes a really good college quarterback, in my opinion. But we had a guy coming back in his sophomore year, and we ended up going with Caden after the week 1 football game because we thought he had that ability. And I think he's played extremely well pretty much from that point on. So we knew he could play. We knew he was going to run and throw the football. He's a kid that does stuff the right way and works extremely hard every day. And he's a leader of our team. I think the kids respect him. So we kind of knew that, and it's one of the reasons we put him in there, because we knew that we were going to have him for the next 3 years, and he was going to be a really good player for us.
No, absolutely. That makes perfect sense. And you talked about him being a college quarterback. So, talk a little bit about the future here. Caden, what has that recruiting process been like for you? I know you've gotten, I believe I noticed that you got at least one offer from Millsaps, but has there been anybody else that's offered or talked to you, or what has that process been like?
As a quarterback nowadays, it's harder to get offered, but I've been talking to a couple of coaches. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to go anywhere that gives me the best opportunity to be a great man and a great football player. So I'm just waiting on that opportunity.
All right. Yeah. No,
he's got some schools with interest like Nichols, Southeastern, McNeese. There's a few other places that I believe that if one of them gives him a chance, he's going to be really good over there.
All right. Yeah. I can't wait to see you get that chance personally, because I got to see you in person a few weeks ago when you guys beat St. Thomas More. And, it was a very low volume passing attack that day in particular, but, you looked great. The whole offense looked great. And the whole team was clicking really well. And you guys haven't kind of skipped a beat all season, even in the loss to Ruston. It was a close game. But that kind of brings me to the final big question, which is, the record is great, right? We can talk about the past and Coach McCullough and getting, these past few years. But the present and the future, this season is probably what's most important to you guys, if I had to guess. And, any record or whatever, but getting those wins once you get into the playoffs. Caden, you guys have come really close a couple of times, getting really close last year, but you haven't won a state championship while you've been here at the school. What do you think this team has that gives them what it takes to be able to win the state championship this year?
We have a lot of experience. We have some 3-year starter guys on both sides of the ball. Russell's been starting for 4 years, Colin 2 years, the whole O-line seniors. So we know what it takes to win, and we know what to not do to not win. So definitely just having experience and knowing what it takes, and taking care of our bodies and things of that nature.
Absolutely. And Coach, do you want to add anything to that on top of what Caden said?
Yeah, I mean, he's right with everything he said. We've got a lot of experience. We just got to continue to prepare well on Monday through Thursday. We got a big one this week. We're playing for the district title pretty much against Southside. And we finished off the regular season with some good football teams in Southside, Sam Houston and Karen Crow. But, our guys have been through a tough road last year to get to the state championship game. And it's one of those things where you got to just continue and go out and play. But we definitely have some experience on both sides, which gives us an advantage. We just got to continue to make sure that we prepare right so we have a chance to continue to win the football games we play.
Definitely, Coach. Well, thank you both of you for your time. This was great, and thank you to everyone for watching. And congratulations again on the success that you guys have had, both as a team and individually, breaking the record. And best of luck for the rest of the season. I hope you guys win a bunch more games throughout. So again, thank you to everyone for watching.